and gentlemen, to this first series of videos about running a marathon, specifically the marathon in Tilburg in the Netherlands on the 13th of May 2018. This won't be my first marathon. It will be my fifth or sixth one, and this is the first time that I had the feeling that I wanted to share it with people on my website, but also on YouTube. Why do I want to do that? It's basically because I have the experience that I have running a marathon or preparing for it, in my opinion, is really valuable. Not only as a PE teacher, as an athlete, but also as an individual who likes or who is really passionate about developing oneself, not only in sports but also everything else, and especially the combination between sports and everything else in your life is really interesting in my opinion. And for that reason I wanted to share it, and I wanted to put it on again YouTube on my website. While I'm doing that, I will not cut or edit my videos, so you have to understand that I will make one clip, as you can see right now. I won't edit it. The only thing that I will do is I will add some videos or some photos in between my talking to make it a little bit more interesting, but I won't cut this video, so you will be hearing me speaking for the whole time of the video. To get started with the marathon, I made an analysis about myself and the reasons why I wanted to do that, and I'll show you what I wrote down. As you can see, I started with writing an analysis about why I wanted to do this, and it's mainly because I wanted to improve my personal record, because I wanted to run under the mark of 4 hours, but I just couldn't do it the last time in Eindhoven last year. So I really want to do that. Besides that, it's going to be a really great experience to try to run or to perform at such a high level with a whole grain plant-based diet. This diet is mainly from this book. I will be using the book as well for creating recipes, updating my knowledge, anything regarding the nutrition that I will be using for the marathon, and for especially the days when I'm not training or when I have to recover from training. Before I used this book, or before I read this book, How Not to Die, I mainly just ate what I wanted to eat, and whatever suits me or whatever was good for me, I just used that. But because of the book and the whole plant-based story, I got really inspired and I really wanted to try that. So for that reason I will do that, and I will also share my experience specifically on the diet with extra videos on YouTube. I don't know how many, I don't know how regular I'm going to do it, but the main rule that I want to apply is that I will be uploading a video each week. Maybe some more, but not less. And the one video that's really important each week is just a compilation of what I experienced, what I want to do, and what went good, and what could have been done better. To go on in my analysis about what I want to do, as you can see, by training through a whole grain plant-based diet as a foundation, I want to experience if the training results are any better than regular meat and dairy, as I just said, consumption, nutrition usage of people from Europe/the Netherlands. Besides better training results, I'm going to keep track of my weight, fat percentage, muscle mass, and finally blood pressure. That's a mistake. I don't have specific goals for my weight, only for my blood pressure. My goal is to let it drop underneath the 120/70 mark. Why? Because again, in the book it says that that's a really healthy mark, and I just want to see how low it can go when you're using a plant-based diet. As you can also read in analysis, that this will be the first time that I'm sharing anything on social media or YouTube or my own website, so it's really exciting for me to do something like this. And yeah, if you have any comments or tips or tricks, just let me know in the comments below, or send me an email or whatever you prefer to do. The main goal, again, of sharing this is just sharing my experience of doing a marathon and showing the beauty that it is to prepare for it, especially. Not only running a marathon, as a lot of people think that's the end goal and that's really what you have to live towards to, but it's mainly the training that a lot of people think is just boring and not a lot of fun, but it actually can be if you're dedicated and you actually have a plan. So for that reason, a lot of time, or this time I'm spending a lot of time sharing my analysis about what I want to do. To go on, I made a summary about what I'm going to do. So whole grain plant-based diet. I want to beat my PR. I don't know specifically what time, but we'll see. And I will be keeping track of my stats each and every week. So for that reason, in the end, I can show you, but also for myself, I can keep track about how, what went on in my body specifically. So if I made huge steps or just baby steps or whatever is in between. And again, sharing my experience on YouTube. So the stuff that I'm using is, to start with, I was using the Saucony Guide 9. Really nice shoe, really correcting my foot. I don't know what it's called in English, pronation maybe. But it really made a correction on my foot. The sole, I don't know if you can see it, is really finished. So for that reason, I needed a new one. And in my opinion, the best time to buy a new shoe is at the beginning of a new routine or a new training cycle. So I bought, because I'm really satisfied with the 9, I bought the 10. And the 10, as you can see, is a little bit more green, but it's also a little bit more robust, if you want to call it like that. It's stronger, it has a different bottom. It's even more tight than it was before. And besides that, it's not really that different from the last one. I really like it, so for that reason I improved from the 9 to the 10. And if you want to know more about the shoe, you can always look in the comments section below, because I will put the original link of Saucony, of the Saucony website, so of the brand, in the description, so that you can look it up if you want to. Also the book, if you want to read it. Besides my shoes, I'm also using the device called Upper Arm Blood Pressure Monitor. This is a device that I will be using to measure my blood pressure, and yeah, it's not that expensive, just from a regular shop. It's really good to use. Besides that, I will be using my Polar VH100. It's one of the top line out of the product that Polar delivers. I'm really satisfied about how it works. I already used it for 4 or 5 marathons, and I really like it. It works pretty well. I put all my programs on it, and we'll see how it goes from there. Really like it. And I will be using, besides my Polar, I will be using the H7 heart rate sensor during my trainings. Also the Polar VH100, 800, and the heart monitor will be in the description section below. To measure my weight, I will be using the Tanita, BC601, to measure my fat, muscle mass, weight, liquid in my body, bone structure, BMI, anything regarding that point or that part of my development in my training. So that's that. We'll go on to my schedule. Here you can see how I'm going to train. I summed it up in each week, so week 10, 11, or from week 10 to week 19. In week 19 on a Sunday I will have my walk, or I will have my marathon. Maybe I'll share this a lot of times with you. Maybe this is the last time or the first time, or the first time and the last time. But it's just to give you a view about how much I'm going to do how much I'm going to train. On Tuesday I will always do a medium to long size walk of 1 hour. Wednesday and Thursday I will do strength and static mobility. So Wednesday it's mainly some fitness exercises, and on Thursday it's just static mobility, static stretches, nothing, how do you call it, nothing dynamic, just static. And on Friday I will do a little bit shorter walk than Tuesday, but a little bit faster for the whole Fridays. The Saturday I will do a core stability training, and for the Sunday I will do my long distance running, like the really long ones. The program that I'm using my Polar VH100, delivers a training program on Polar Flow on the website, and you can choose to make a program based on what advice they give. And I did that, but also because I'm a PE teacher and because of my experience in marathon running, I'm a little bit stubborn and I changed it a little bit for my own what I prefer. So for that reason I left out one training on Monday, but because my Mondays are really busy, I'm not going to train on Monday. I'm just going to do it on Tuesday till Sunday, and Tuesday, Friday and Sunday will be walking or will be running days, and Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday will be mobility, strength and core training. You can also see my results a little bit. So the statistics that I wanted to share with you is the weight, fat, muscle mass, blood pressure. Why? Because I believe it's really important to make the development from the beginning to the end visible. Because a lot of people struggle with the idea of training to a marathon and only think about the end in mind. While having the end in mind is a good thing, it's not always the easiest thing to do, because especially for a marathon, if you didn't train properly, it will be a really devastating walk. Because after you can do 10, maybe 20 if you're still young and you're motivated, but after the 30k, you'll just be devastated. You won't be able to make it. I've seen so much people who walked past the 30k mark and they were just like, wait, it's going really great. And then after 32, they were just breaking down, puking, anything. Just really not a good thing. So you should train properly, and that's also a really important thing that I wanted to share during this video session or during my videos on YouTube and on my website, that you have to prepare properly for you to enjoy the experience, otherwise it will be just one big mess. Last thing that I want to show you is my progress on the Polar Flow app. I made a screenshot for you. You can see my time that I walked and my distance, and you can see my average heartbeat. So this was the last walk that I did before I started to train for the marathon. So week 9 I did this one on the, I believe, Saturday, or on a Friday. And if you look to if you look at my heart rate, you can see that I'm in between two zones, zone 3 and zone 4. Earlier in the analysis or in the schedule, you can see time, and after the time you use Z3 or something like that. That simply means the zones that I'm in. So I'm going to train a lot in the zones of 3 and 2, and that will be a new thing for me, because normally I've trained mainly in the zones of 4 and a little bit of 3. So I will see how it goes, and if I can manage to stay in 2 and not go to 3 and 4, especially during my long distance walks. So to start off with, running 10.5 kilometers in 1 hour. For me, that's not pretty good, but it's still a good measurement for me to know, okay, I can do this now, and I will go on starting from this point. So that's pretty good, and it was a fun walk, and it was also on my Saucony 9s, and they're just finished, so it weren't really comfortable. So for that reason, then 10, and I didn't run them yet. I'm really excited how they feel and how they go. So that's basically all the information that I wanted to share with you in this video. As I said earlier on, I don't know how much videos I'm going to upload. It's also a new journey for me, but my goal is, and in the end it will be, to share valuable experiences within not only PE for me as a teacher, but also within sports, and in this video series especially within running a marathon. If you watched it till the end of the video, thank you for staying with me during the whole video. My English is not always that good. I'll try to improve that as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick reminder, or just a quick thing, I will not be asking for you to subscribe or to like the video, but if you enjoyed it, that will make me really happy. And the reason why I'm not going to be asking that is because I don't like the whole scene of asking for likes or subscribes, or for people to subscribe. But once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.